What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint. Today we are going to talk about why you should be reading Donny Cates' run on Thor. I did a video like this a while back on why you should read Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil, which is another amazing run. But this run has come up in our live streams lately, so I really wanted to go through this with you and explain to you why you should be reading this. Guys, this is going to have heavy spoilers for this run, so this video is really intended for people who have read it and are reliving it with me, and maybe for those of you guys who've been on the fence about it but don't really care about the spoilers, because we're going to go deep into the panels and explain what's going on here. Guys, before we jump into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell, and get ready for a wild ride. Alright, so the Donny Cates Thor run takes off where the Jason Aaron run left off. Thor is now the Allfather. He is now the new Odin. He is the king of Asgard. So when we first jump into Donny Cates' run, you have a shot of Mjolnir flying through space, and it crashes through this enormous monster that the Avengers are fighting. The hammers then landed. Tony Stark looks at it, smiling. He asks for a Sharpie, and when Thor calls Mjolnir back, it has a little autograph from the one and only Tony Stark saying, "Nice shot, enjoy your retirement." So Thor is no longer an Avenger. He is the king of Asgard, and he's just doing his royal duties. Now, you can already tell Thor is much more ruthless than he was. He's having an interaction with Loki, and he threatens him by hurling Mjolnir at his head. And you can see that Loki is actually scared. He even kind of, "No, please don't." And Thor stops the hammer mid-air, which is something that he couldn't do in the past. Even Loki is shocked by it. But you can kind of just see how he's a little bit more ruthless now as a king. Right after this interaction, we have none other than Galactus falling through the sky, crashing in Asgard. So Thor ready to defend Asgard. He's ready to smash the hammer down on Galactus. But look, Galactus is defeated. "No, stop. I came for help. You're the only one can help. There's a star plague, a great black winter that's coming." Kind of Game of Thrones vibe on the winter is coming scenario. But there's something out there that's scaring Galactus. What I really like here is that this falls not only after Jason Aaron's Thor, but after Donny Cates' own 5-issue miniseries, Silver Surfer Black. And I love this scene here where he's like with the council of these beings, and a lot of Donny Cates' creations, right? Like Cosmic Ghost Rider and Silver Surfer Black. So Thor kind of surprises everybody when he brings everyone out to see Galactus, and you can see Galactus is severely defeated. He's missing a hand and everything. But Galactus tells this story of how he's seen the Black Winter twice, and one time as his original self, Galan, in the old Dying universe, and then now as Galactus. So he sees what his death is, and it looks like he's going to kill Thor. But what he really does is he makes Thor one of his heralds. So Thor is now a herald of Galactus, looking super badass, super 80s style, big white hair, full of electricity, and that's the end of the first issue. Issue number 2, we're kind of getting a glimpse of the Black Plague, and we kind of see physically like this hand crushing an entire galaxy. And then we have 80s Thor, Herald of Galactus Thor. And you know what's something that's funny that we noticed earlier in the run? The hammer is getting heavier. As he's having to be king and compromising what makes him worthy, the hammer is getting heavier. So Thor has agreed to be Galactus Herald, and Galactus needs to feed on 5 planets in order to get the strength to battle the Black Winter. Now, the problem is Thor's not going to let him destroy planets and billions of lives, so they have to be uninhabited planets, and Galactus doesn't care about that. He just hungers. So you have Thor basically being the worst herald of all time, and he's always fighting and defying Galactus. You can see using Mjolnir to blast through his hand, using it to swing back around and blast through his kneecap. He is the worst herald that Galactus has ever had. So Galactus feeds anyway. He's too far away from any other planets. He has to feed, otherwise he's gonna die. And you can see how much power he has in him in this panel when he feeds on a planet. Thor is obviously upset that he destroyed the planet. And then Thor gets a visit from a long-lost friend, Beta Ray Bill. Everybody thinks Thor is crazy for agreeing to be the Herald of Galactus, so he's here to confront him head on. So besides the amazing artwork that we've seen so far by Nick Klein, the awesome storytelling, the exciting events that are happening, the fight scene between Thor and Beta Ray Bill is epic. Thor completely bests him as the Herald, having the power cosmic, but he agrees to get rid of the power cosmic or give it back to Galactus so that he can fight Beta Ray Bill, and then it becomes a little bit more of a fair fight. An interesting scene is when Thor throws Mjolnir at Beta Ray Bill. You know, Bill is worthy, so he's able to catch it and hold it. Thor's trying to yank it back, and there's a little bit of a tug of war. Thor doesn't seem like he's able to get Mjolnir back. Like I said, the hammer has been heavy for the king, and he's not able to get it. So he just says, man, I'll use another hammer. He summons Stormbreaker from out of Beta Ray Bill's hand. Has an awesome clash of power scene with smashing the hammer over Mjolnir, breaking Stormbreaker. This interaction weakens Beta Ray Bill. He drops Mjolnir, and Thor has the upper hand. But then, kind of similar to the end of issue 2, Lady Sif comes, kind of how Beta Ray came last time, and she's here to protect Beta Ray Bill. Lady Sif is now the new Heimdall. She now has the power of the Bifrost, and we get an interesting battle with Lady Sif and Thor. Thor launches Mjolnir at Beta Ray Bill again, but this time Lady Sif intervenes. She makes the Bifrost transport Mjolnir to Jotunheim, and we see it crash right in front of Loki's throne. Now, what's interesting is, this is the last issue since the whole quarantine, so we haven't had issue 5 yet, but where we leave off, Loki is able to pick up Mjolnir before it gets called away. So we don't know how he's worthy or what's going on with that, but very excited to see what happens with Loki. Galactus finally jumps in after fighting with Beta Ray Bill, fighting with Lady Sif, and he's hungry. He's ready to move on to the next planet. So Thor takes the power cosmic back from Galactus forcefully, and then they make their way after explaining what's necessary to help Galactus feed. I love this double page spread showing Galactus feed on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th planet. There are intelligent beings on this planet, but Thor agrees to Bifrost them away to safety because Galactus must feed. I love this panel of the 5th planet, Cryo, and you see Galactus glowing in the background in front of the 3 suns. It looks amazing. You see Galactus has to feed on this planet before Thor can get the inhabitants out there. He's got to feed because the Black Winter is here. It is no longer coming. You see it coming over the horizon. It's engulfing the planet, kind of like Galactus did in the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer movie as a big cloud, but much more awesome in this comic than in that movie. So now Galactus has fed, but winter is here, and that's the cliffhanger. That's where we're at so far. Alright guys, what did I tell you, man? This run is so awesome. The writing, the storytelling, the artwork, the events that happen in it. Like, what I always like to say is, like, Donny Cates is the most exciting writer in comics right now. He just does fun things in his runs. They're never boring, never mundane. I want to hear what you guys think about the Thor run in the comments down below. I personally love it. I can't wait for issue 5. I can't wait for comics in general to start being printed and distributed again. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. You can just click on the gem right here to the left. You can click on the playlist to the right if you want to see more new comic book day reviews, more recent reads, more daily content. Thank you for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.